two quarterbacks who rank among the very best when it comes to pure arm strength. It's Jay Cutler going up against Aaron Rodgers. With that, we send you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Langford again. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Barkley looks for White, but it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out in the pistol.
319!
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So second down, 3 yards to go now. On play action, now Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's third and short. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go back to the air here after the INT. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And with this offense, one guy to key in on defensively is Kevin White.
Had to battle injuries at the start of his career, but boy, he's ready to fulfill his promise. An absolute beast downfield.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Coming left, Langford. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. So Langford the carry there. 4th-round pick last year with Forte vacating to New York. A lot of the spotlight on Langford.
A lot of running backs have possibilities in Chicago. If he can emerge and eat up carries, I think he'll produce in a big way.
Green 39! Green 39! Go get him! Go get him! Go get him!
Here's Barkley. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Kristen Michael. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Caught by Nelson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. I
think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Eddie Goldman's everything you want in a defensive tackle. A run stuffer who can move upfield and rush the passer.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Hey, got three.
On play action, Rodgers. He's going to try and go deep again. This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They come up in an offset eye. This is Langford on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They keep it on the ground with Langford. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Julius Peppers, some would call him the grand old man. He'd hate that. He just want to be a seasoned veteran who continues to make plays at a Pro Bowl level.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down.
Watch it now, right now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. Over.
The play clock's running down. Now Barkley. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Good.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On play action, now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as as they take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Miller on the catch over the middle. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Bears are going to get a first. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. The lone setback is Langford. They're going to give it to him running right. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now.
And they'll go on the ground. And they're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. All right, here we go.
Here's Barkley. He hits White, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw again. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1.
All right, here we go.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal?
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Now they send a man in motion right. left to throw. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
319!
And the wideout in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Cook has it left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Watch 88, watch 88. Single.
258, 26.
Check 15, check 15.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Now on. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Kill. Hey, alert 3.
Throwing on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarrell Freeman, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
Watch number 12.
319! 319!
Rodgers to throw on second. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Bears' new signee from Denver, Danny Trevathan, in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Easy.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Here's Barkley. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Barkley. And Miller with it over the middle. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Back to throw again. And he's got his tight end Miller. Touchdown Bears. Zach Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers. But those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Shift together here from the D-line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Throwing is Rodgers, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now fourth down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They come out here in the eye. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And caught it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now Barkley. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll run a toss play to Michael. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. To the ground, this time Langford. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. Second down following the run. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Langford. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Here's Barkley. And that is incomplete. Marquise Wilson, the one he was trying to get it to. And 4th down coming up.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there. I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
In motion comes the tight end left. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jared Cook. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo. and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. It's a pickup of 21. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Michael. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, it's Michael. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Christian Michael, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he finds Cook. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll give the Packers a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Shift together here from the D-line. On the run, this is Michael. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Hey, 626, 319. All right.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They come out here in the eye. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's got Thompson here, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. And it's hopped and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A first throw for the backup Cutler. And Miller with it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake to Langford. It's Cutler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He sets to fire deep. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
158!
Let's go, team!
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Here's Cutler to throw. Checks it underneath to Langford. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Watch right, watch right.
On second down, Cutler. The hook up good to Marquise Wilson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Cutler on 1st down. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's got Wilson, middle of the field. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Cutler. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Cutler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he finds Cook. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And now a 1st down following that long gain. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Edwards in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Rodgers looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And the lead is now an even 30. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.